Welcome in, Gemini. Hope you guys are doing awesome wherever you are. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. Did want to give a big shout out. Thank you so much for those of you who take the time to like or subscribe or make a comment. Really does make a huge difference. So thank you for supporting our little channel. It's growing. So that's thanks to you guys. So again, really do appreciate it. So Gemini, this is going to be your April general love reading for the month of April. I will follow up in the middle of the month and release a video halfway through another reading in the middle of the month. I was doing weeklies, but it just became too much. So anywho, I did already pull your cards, Gemini. So you are showing up here on the left. Your person's on the right here, but feel free to swap sides, energies. Time is fluid, so don't be dissuaded by the timestamp on this video if you're drawn in by the title. Hopefully there's a message here for you guys today. As always, though, general reads, just keep that in mind. And this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, any placement, South Node, North Node as well, for the sign of Gemini. So Gemini, definitely looks like right now, I feel like you're in a bit of a flux here. So I feel like, all of these planets that have been in the sign of Pisces has really, so I feel like you've been feeling pretty overwhelmed as far as your emotions go. You got a lot of water, which is, not really your sign, right? Not really your thing. So again, I feel like on one hand, you've been feeling kind of like up and then really down. I feel like it's been pretty emotional time for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've kind of been holding back all of these feelings. But I feel like during the last month or two, I feel like all of these feelings are kind of coming to the surface for you, Gemini. And I feel like, you've been kind of holding back on, taking that opportunity. But we do have Neptune is moving finally into Aries. And I mean, I believe that Neptune's been in Pisces for like some crazy number of years. So this is really, I am seeing a lot in the readings that, it's everyone's kind of feeling like it's time to make a move, time to really take some action towards something that you're really wanting. So I feel like right now, you might also have a North Node in Pisces. You got this card from Moonology for balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So maybe take a look and see where your North Node is. And if it is in Pisces, that really does talk about, trying to find balance in your everyday life. Or maybe me even being, more drawn towards like a spiritual path. Take it how it resonates. You could also be dealing with a Pisces. You might also have a water placement in your chart, but you did, like I mentioned, you got a lot of water in your oracle cards. So your sacred symbol that came through here, Gemini, was the water. Like I mentioned, it's card number 18, which boils down to a 9, which really talks about, having self-love, building up that self-confidence in yourself. Again, those emotions all kind of like rising to the surface about how you really feel about this person. The reason that you clicked on this reading, your feelings for this person. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is either you're sending a message or somebody is sending a message to you with this card. I feel like, just really wanting to find that balance again with this person. So I feel like things have been out of balance or felt out of balance in some way, shape, or form. I feel like for a lot of you as well, you probably are dreaming about this person, getting a lot of intuitive hits or a lot of downloads from spirit, because half the bottle is below the surface here. So that really talks about, getting messages, receiving messages, signs and synchronicities about what direction to go in, what you really want to say. And again, all of these feelings coming to the surface here, I feel. Your spirit animal that came through for you was the camel card. So, the camel is pretty strong. So I feel like on the outset here, Gemini, you kind of come across as being very strong and, confident, diligent. I feel like you're a hard worker. I feel like, you're kind of like the person that somebody calls when they, need some help with something. Like you're sturdy. But I feel like, the camel kind of holds in all of that water, or can hold in all that water. And I feel like that's maybe been an issue for you. So, trying to find that balance, with your feelings and not keeping everything inside. So I feel like that has been an issue. And again, I feel like that is kind of really coming to the surface here in the month of April. So you might be asking somebody for a second chance. It looks to me like it's you wanting to reconcile or make amends with somebody. I feel like there is going to be an opportunity to do that, or that's really what you're hoping for with this situation with this person. So whether that be you making that move or them making that move, that's really what you're wanting. And again, I feel like all of these emotions about the situation or this person are coming to the surface, and you're feeling the need to finally take some action here, to send a message about, spending time or getting back together or, reconciling. So your person got their regeneration card. So this leads me to believe that this is definitely somebody that you have history with, somebody that you've been kind of holding back your feelings on. And again, those are coming to the surface, and I feel like they can't be ignored any longer. Like I feel like you're, feeling compelled to do something about it, to try and take some action, send a message here to your person. So let's talk about your person briefly, and then I'll pull some tarot cards, get some feelings, actions for April. So they got a time for healing. So again, I feel like there has been a bit of a break between the two of you. So if you were in a relationship with this person, I feel like the two of you may have gone your separate ways, or there just hasn't been the same amount of contact between the two of you recently. So again, take it how it resonates. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. This person is, as well, like getting downloads, listening to their guides, trying to follow their intuition, and trying to, I feel like, have faith and hope in the situation that you and this person can work things out. So, like I mentioned already, they did get their regeneration card. So this really talks about, starting from scratch, rebuilding something that fell apart. 4 and 6 is 10, so that's like the end of a cycle. So I feel like whatever this relationship was in the past, I feel like spirit is really saying that it's not going to look exactly like it used to. I mean, you can't go back in time and like recapture that initial magic that you had with somebody when you first met somebody, that honeymoon kind of phase, but you can still, build and have an even better relationship, something that's built on more solid ground than it was in the past. So doesn't mean to say that you can't come back together. I feel like you can. I feel like I've got two people here in this reading that are both wanting the same thing. So I guess we'll see what comes out in tarot, but they also got the obscurity card, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. So I feel like this person feels on some level here, Gemini, right or wrong, that maybe there's things that you did not disclose to this person with that secrets card, or they don't really know the full story. So yes, again, you'll know if that's true, if you've been holding back, or this person was holding back some secrets or mysteries about the situation. So this definitely could have been third party. That's not going to be for all of you, but it could have been. So your person's energy coming through for their spirit animal is this cobra card. And it's funny because the cobra, obviously it can sting you, right? But with that cobra card, I feel like this is the type of person that really envelops the other person, in love, and is very protective over you. So you might have found, Gemini, that this person was a lot, or like you felt very overwhelmed, um, you know, and that might have been one of the reasons why it was just a lot. So I feel like for some of you, keeping those feelings, it was almost triggering on some level. And it's funny because the mutual energy that came through, I don't get this card very often. It's card number 18, and it's the insect card, and this is from No Coincidences deck, and this really talks about, this being the mutual energy, Gemini, really talks about raw, exploring your raw emotions for each other. So again, I feel like this was a very intense connection, and one in which I feel like, Gemini, you felt like you either had to break away from. Like it was just very overwhelming for you. Perhaps, you know, this person, you felt like you couldn't breathe on some level. And again, I'm not dissing your person. It just, you know, some people are very real and authentic and true and honest. I feel like this person has a lot of integrity and show up authentically. And sometimes, you know, if that's and had unconditional love possibly for you as well. So you may have never encountered somebody like that, and you might have, you know, needed some space or to needed a break or like needed to take a step back to try and really figure out how you actually feel about this person. But from what I can see in your cards here, Gemini, I feel like you actually really do have deep feelings for this person, and those have been coming to the surface, and I feel like you can't ignore them any longer. Like I feel like you need to do something with them. So this really gives me the energy of like I don't want to have any regrets where this person is concerned. So I'm going to, you know, express myself. I'm going to take a chance on this situation with this person. So I feel like maybe originally, Gemini, you didn't really give this person an honest chance, or like, you know, really dive in with both feet. Like I feel like you maybe had one foot in for a while and one foot out. So again, we'll see what so let's take a look in tarot here and see what we get. See how this person is currently feeling about you, and then we'll take a look at your feelings. So let's see here. So spirit angels and guides, Archangel Michael, please show me how the person on Gemini's mind, how is this person currently feeling about Gemini? How does this person feel about Gemini? How is this person feeling about Gemini? So King of Cups coming out. Your person could also have a water placement. Male or female. King of Pentacles. The Lovers. All right. So what I'm really getting off of this. All right. This person wants things that I feel like they are following their intuition, like we talked about with their guides. They want things to be, you know, even, balanced, fair with you. This person is really in the energy of like, I really do love Gemini a lot. Don't get caught up in gender here with these two kings coming out. This person does really care about you, Gemini. They want something stable though. So it's like they want you to make a decision. They want you to make a choice. They want you to choose to want to be with them. So again, I feel like this person knows that, you know, they deserve something stable. They deserve, you know, to be treated with respect and to be loved. And I feel like this person wants you to make a choice about, like, are you really in Gemini or are you out? Is really what I'm getting here. But this person really does want something stable. They want something, they want you to be reliable. They want you to show up for them. They want, you know, they want you to express yourself. But I feel like this person does have a lot of love for you for sure. And, you know, we have the Lovers card as well, which can also, like I mentioned, talk about a choice. So I feel like this person is really wanting you to either, you know, jump in with both feet or like close the door on this situation. So let's see how you're feeling. How does Gemini feel about this person? How is Gemini feeling? How does Gemini feel? I knew that card was going to come out. I should have called it. All right, we have the Fool, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. I get one more. All right. So like I mentioned already, Gemini, I feel like you have been holding back. And that's pretty apparent here with the Four of Pentacles coming out in your feelings. So you really do want to take this leap of faith. I feel like you are going to send a message here. Could be a fire sign that you're interested in. I feel like in the past you were holding back on making anything happen, but it definitely looks like you are taking some action here. Yeah, and I feel like you're recognizing that, you were holding yourself back. And again, I feel like these feelings, I feel like you've thought about this for a while. And there's that Five of Cups about, I don't want to have any regrets here where this person is concerned. So waiting for the right time here to make a move. And we have the Emperor showing up. Yeah, and I feel like it's clear you've really thought about the situation with this person, Gemini. And then we have the Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Strength card. So again, could be dealing with a fire sign, doesn't have to be, but so I like it. I feel like you're going to be making a move here, Gemini, and going after what exactly it is that you want. So again, for the longest time, I feel like, you didn't have both feet in the water here, or you weren't really, ready to take that leap of faith towards love. So don't get caught up again with it being a female here with the Queen of Wands. Is just, taking that opportunity and not holding back anymore, making things happen. So I feel like you're recognizing in this person that, they have everything that you want, or they are everything that you want, or that you look for in a partner. And I feel like you're seeing this person in a new light. So I love that. This looks really nice, Gemini. I feel like you're finding your way here, navigating your feelings and expressing your feelings and getting in touch with your heart. So, you are an air sign. So that might be, not an easy thing for you to do. And again, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying that, in general, air signs have a hard time. Sometimes they over intellectualize the situation and have a hard time getting into their heart and spend a lot of time, analysis paralysis, right? About what to do, how to do it, and then kind of getting caught up in all of that. What if it doesn't go well? Like just kind of getting on that loop, staying in that loop, staying in your head. So this looks nice. Let's see here. I'm going to just ask about actions. I feel like we already kind of know what you're going to do, but actions towards this person. Let's ask, before I do that, let's ask if this person's going to take any actions towards you, since it is your reading. Actions. Is this person going to take any actions towards Gemini? Actions towards Gemini in April. So 9 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. The Hierophant. 10 of Wands. I feel like initially this person is going to sit back, Gemini, and I feel like this person is waiting on you to make a move. I mean, this person is highly attracted to you for sure. We already talked about that up there. The Lover's card, a lot of emotion, wanting something stable with you. But I feel like this person has learned that they need to hold back sometimes. And I feel like this person doesn't want to... I feel like in the past, this person definitely overwhelmed you. So I feel like this person has learned that they need to kind of hold back on overwhelming you. So that means like this person's trying to hold space for you, Gemini, to give you the opportunity to actually make a move towards them. So this gives me the energy, this person, always being the one to text you, always being the one to reach out. And this person has learned that that can be overwhelming for you. They don't want to overwhelm you with emotions. So they're kind of waiting on you to make a move here. So they have, this person's gained some insight. I feel like this person actually kind of, has a really great understanding of how you work or how you tick, I want to say. So again, I feel like they're trying to give you the space here to, figure out how you feel and what you want to do with that. And it looks to me like you're making a move here. So let's just confirm that. What actions is Gemini going to take towards this person in April? Actions from Gemini. Actions from Gemini in April, please. Ace of Cups. There's those emotions. King of Wands, Page of Swords, yeah. So there's going to be some sort of expression of feelings here. Now we have a match, King and Queen of Wands here. So being bold, taking some action, and sending that message here, Gemini, that Page of Swords as well. You could also be keeping an eye on this person's social media if they do have it, but Page of Swords is a messenger. So I feel like you are going to express your passion for this person in a message of some kind. For some of you, I feel like you might want to do this in person. That Wheel of Fortune can talk about having an honest conversation in person. So I'm not sure if some of you might be at a distance from this person, not be able to see them. But it looks to me like you're wanting to kind of like come clean, I want to say, about how you really feel. And again, getting out of your head, removing any kind of obstacles here about the future. So I feel like you want to have this honest conversation with this person. And, it's easier to have that. I mean, it's hard to have that conversation in person when that person's sitting across from you, but it's hard to, kind of really have a serious conversation in a text, right? So this gives me the indication that you and this person might be seeing each other soon, or that might be what you're proposing here, Gemini. And I like that we have a match here as well. So you definitely feel like you and this person, as far as like alignment goes and like the passion for each other, I feel like is mutual. So I love to see that. Again, for some of you, this may have started out as something, more casual and has turned into something else. But I like it because I feel like, all of these emotions have been coming up for you, Gemini, and I feel like you're finally taking some action and doing something about it. So this looks good. I like it. I'm a big proponent of love. So, so let's get some hidden messages from your person here, Gemini. See what some things you may not know. Messages from this person, please, to Gemini. What is this person? What's something that Gemini may not know? Messages from this person's higher self, please. Messages to Gemini. All right, we have, I wish I could be a different person. Not sure what that was. You are so different from everyone around me. So there's something very special that this person sees in you, Gemini. And then we have, it hurts so much. So you and this person definitely may have, had more than one cycle with each other. And let's see what else we get. These are upside down. Other messages for Gemini from this person. We have emotions overwhelming. I feel like that's for you, Gemini. Anything else? Why do I feel this way? So I do feel like, Gemini, you and this person, definitely may have tried to, walk away from each other. And I just feel like the connection between the two of you is just so strong. Like those feelings are there, that attraction is there. I feel like, you really bring out like raw emotions in each other with this insects card. And, when you have chemistry with somebody and a connection that's so strong, it's difficult to walk away, right? I feel like this person has tried, and possibly so have you, Gemini. But again, at the end of the day, the bottom of your Wisdom of the Oracle was that deep knowing card, which really talks about, you just knowing that this person is for you. having that, kind of innate understanding about each other, that connection that's like no other. And I feel like in the past, like we already talked about, that I feel like you found that to be very overwhelming. And then as well, we got Karmic Path is on the bottom of the Sacred Symbols deck. And we have the energy is gaining momentum. That's the bottom of Moonology. And the conflicted card, decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. So again, I feel like you've been needed to take a step back. You needed some space here, Gemini, to figure out your feelings and what you're really wanting moving forward with this person. I feel like you're there. I feel like you're ready. So I love that. All right, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. Hopefully it resonated. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button, I'd really appreciate that. As always, if you are interested in a personal read, feel free to reach out to me. It's just say it's soultarot@gmail.com. The email address is in the description box of this reading. And as always, guys, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in your mid-month.